It was 11:59 p.m., December 31st, 60, 59, 58. The clock was ticking. Everyone in my family were thinking of last-minute resolutions of what they choose, what they want to accomplish, and what they do not want to do for the new 2016. However, as I nonchalantly waved with my parents, I looked up to the mirror and faced myself and smiled. I said to myself, guess my resolution is not to make a resolution. I choose to be among the 92% of people who does not make resolutions, not because I am lazy and take the easy way route, but because it's simply illogical, which leads to my first word, practicality. Everyone, oh wait, everyone who makes a new year simply follow it for around a month, if not a week, and simply revert back to their old habits, such as gym enthusiasts. Whoever here ever went to a gym for, and then did you guys ever drop out? Okay, well, usually it's the other way around. Or people who just want to get all A's and become procrastinators once again. And I'll be honest, I also wanted to be someone who did resolution and wanted to go through it. Every year, my resolutions were the same. Get all A's, have a girlfriend, and get a six-pack. For which I never accomplished any of these in my 17 years of my life. But it's kind of sad. After I realized I broke all of these resolutions, I just came to my old lazy self. By sticking to my achieving a specific moment, I lost the ability to fail and recover, also in what I call fail better. And instead, I was stuck in a needless cycle with no resulting improvement of myself. Then I reached that I believe that the best way is not the hard way, rather the smartest way is the greatest way. I thought that making small goals for an encompassing goal will lead to a better results, for which rather than going all or nothing and just failing as a result. And this also leads to my next one, because the thing is, the reason why I always end up failing this goal is because I focus on one thing's majority of my time. And that leads to my next word, it's just focus. And one of my biggest problems I ever had as a child is that I had a very small retention span. Every single time I always had a conversation with someone, I always had to repeat what they said back to me, or what they said to me. And some people think it's crazy, but I'm crazy. But that's what I have to do. I can't just, every single time I try to focus, I just think of something else. And as a result, that made me lose my priorities also. Rather than simply just doing my homework and focus on extracurriculars, I've always been focusing on things that I should not focus, such as watching YouTube videos to reading some Japanese manga or something, which, if you guys know, which Kevin is laughing, so he probably knows what I mean. And, however, I do admit that the journey to focus is not a simple thing, but rather it's a treacherous journey filled with trials and tribulations. Not only must I prevent myself from getting distracted for simple entertainment, but I must also focus on things that I do not want to enjoy, but it is only for the better sake. And one of the things I actually wanted to focus this year is my writing. For whoever read my essays or anything, they know I'm a pretty bad writer. And my organization, which leads to my other word, organization. So who here has known me since elementary school, middle school? Who has seen my binder? And you did? You guys are pretty impressed by it, right? No, obviously not. It was a pretty bad, one of the biggest problems I had is that I was never organized. I always had a binder, but all I do is just stuff papers in. I never used the rings. I never opened it. Actually, I don't know when I opened one, and it just tore apart. That's why I only carry a bag at this point. And actually it came to the point that there was an incident where I was presumed a terrorist just because of my disorganization, which I'll bring on to the next speech. As a result, I didn't turn in any of my stuff, and that led to a drop in my grades. And to be honest, I actually lost the topic for this speech also. And the only reason why I was able to find the topic speech is because of the ISM YouTube channel. So props to that. Likewise, this also has led to me to mismanage my priorities. Rather than, as I mentioned before, not only is my priorities deterred by my focus, but also because of the fact that my disorganization. I always don't know what to do. Not only do I not know what I should focus on first, but I just don't do it at all because I don't know what I have to do. And as my organization is poor, so is also my mental organization, which is think. think. I have the tendency to think. I have the tendency to think before I. No, I do not think before I speak. I choose to say what is in my mind before I realizing the consequences. Sometimes it is a boon because you end up telling the honest truth, but most of the time it's a curse. So not just moments when I'm too honest, or when I'm taking a test, where I simply do not go thinking to a problem. When I do not think through a simple problem. And this trait is actually one of the most valuable traits, in my opinion, in the modern world. A lot of careers, such as investment banking, radio technologist, radio technician, radiologist, to computer engineering. You have to always think by on the spot. You have to think independently. But me, I never thought independently. I always pursued my thought process based off of other people's thought process, and that's a huge flaw. And that is what I want to improve this year. So, in conclusion, for these words to anyone, you guys will probably just use them on a simple essay or as a daily conversation. But to me, these words are important as my 4 letters of my name. These words these words will soon is the ones that I want to encompass me in the future.